Hey folks, it's Mark Kelly with Inbound Revenue, the white beard of wisdom, here to talk to you a little bit about e-commerce and knowing your numbers. E-commerce is a totally different animal than lead gen and the lead generation service businesses. The most important thing about an e-commerce business is knowing your numbers. I spent about 10 years running my own e-commerce business. That's where I learned Google Ads. And I'm going to talk to you about some key numbers that you need to know. I'm going to keep it really basic. Each lesson is just going to cover a couple of things that I think you need to know, especially in terms of your numbers and then how to market your e-commerce business. So the first thing that I want to talk about today is the difference between markup and margin. Now, I'm just going to hang out on the side of this video because the whiteboard is the real star of this show. So you can see here I've got markup and margin identified. So what is markup? Markup is how much you mark up your product. Amazing, right? So let's say you've got a $1 product and you want to sell that product for $2. How much is that markup? That is a 100% markup. Why? Because you bought it at $1. You marked it up 100%. You marked it up to $2. That's 100%. Well, what's my margin then? Well, a margin is not the same as a markup. You now have a $2 product that you're selling on your website that you paid $1 for. So in this case, if you sell that product for $2 and you bought it for $1, what do you have left over? Half of it. What's half? 50%. So a 100% markup leads to a 50% margin. Now, why are your numbers so crucial to know when you're in e-commerce? I'm going to back this whiteboard up and show you a little bit more about the numbers that drive an e-commerce business. I'm going to drop the screen down here and let you take a look at this. Okay, so here you can see we've got a circle divided up into 4 sections. These sections are relevant to the numbers, the dollars that you spend on your business. So the entire circle represents everything all the revenue from your e-commerce business. Some percentage of that, not necessarily a quarter of it, as this is represented, but some percentage of that is going to be spent on marketing. Some percentage of that is going to be spent on costs of goods. This is the key number that I want you to focus in on. Some is going to be spent on operations. What you have left from all that is important. That's where your profit is going to be. So let's say you're selling a product you pay $10 for and you're selling it for $12. You've got $2 left to fund marketing, to fund operations, and to provide you with a profit. So let's say you've got a $10 product that you sell for $20. Now you've got $10, let's say $3 to spend in marketing, $3 to spend for operations, $4 left in your pocket over here. So that's the reason why you have to know your costs. I'm sorry, this COGS stands for cost of goods sold. That's a common term for the inventory that you carry. Now, in other videos, we'll get into drop shipping versus buying inventory, what the advantages of stocking inventory versus drop shipping are. But this is the basics that I wanted to cover today. What's margin? What's markup? What's the difference in these things? And why these numbers are super important for you to know. If this was useful, drop some comments below. If this was incredibly boring and confusing, drop some comments below. Those are some extra blankets and sheets for Airbnbs. Pay no attention to them. I'll try to not have them in future videos. Once again, this is Mark Kelly. It's great talking to y'all. We'll talk again soon.